Hello everyone, Jurassic Man here, and today we're going to do a review on the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Dual Attack Battle at Big Rock Allosaurus. Now, the Battle at Big Rock set does come with two new dinosaurs as far as we know. We already looked on the Pseudoceratops, now let's get a look at the Allosaurus. And what a surprise! This Allosaurus is a resculpt and retool of the Roarvor Allosaurus. Not to be surprised, as the dual attack line seems to be a non-electronic, two-action featured Roarvor's line, with some having jaw mechanics, others having slashing mechanics. So let's get right to it. The first thing you want to notice is that it comes with the Battle at Big Rock stamp, which the Pseudoceratops also has. It comes in this nice blue packaging that this Battle at Big Rock set has, but another striking feature is the Allosaurus itself. Instead of being a repaint of the Allosaurus we already have, this is retooled, which means there are added features and a new head sculpt. Not even just a jaw, but the head itself is whole new, along with the spines. So of course there's that. At the back of the box, we get a nice rendition of this new Allosaurus, which looks much better than the actual figure itself. Not saying much, but it does look much nicer and much more detailed than it is. You can see it right here fighting a Colorus, and over here you see the Pseudoceratops along with the repaint Concavenator. The card was here, but I already took it out because the cards are really pain to get out. So yeah, let's turn this figure to the side and let's get this guy ready to review. Boom. Whoosh. Alright, so one thing I want to point out first before we get started this review is the fact that when I first got this Allosaurus, I was surprised at how good it was standing still. Now, a lot of people have been having trouble with dinosaurs and their standing issue. For me, I rarely have that. All my dinosaurs stand very nice, even the ones that people say they don't stand very well, like the Gallimimus, the Dilophosaurus, heck, even like the Thrashus or T-Rex, when people said it didn't stand right. You know what? This Allosaurus was in that place. However, stupid me decided to leave it next to the sunlight, and I guess because of the position it was in for so long, it just softened up and it can't stand no more. It's inside the plastic, not on the outside. But overall, it was fun to have it out like that. So, let's get the light shining brightly to the figure. Take a look on those details. Now, this Allosaurus is a repaint slash retool, and there's a reason why. Because this Allosaurus is apparently an adult Allosaurus. The one we had for the Roarvors line that came out from the last year was apparently a juvenile Allosaurus, and this is confirmed from the movie, as this guy has spines in it. Not to mention the Jurassic World Evolution game has their Allosaurus, and it does not look like the one from Fallen Kingdom, but it looks like the one similar to this. So that gives us a glimpse of what the Allosaurus will look like. So, here we are. We got the Allosaurus. Now, this is supposed to be an adult, but it is in fact the same, or nearly the same size as the Roarvor one. I'll get a comparison of that later. But as you can see, there are some minute stuff, so we're not going to get too over it since I already reviewed the Allosaurus. So let's get right to the basics. For starters, the Allosaurus comes with spines now, rolling down the spike. A very popular thing you would see in Allosaurus toy. This was here since very early on in the, not very early, like at the end stage, mid stage of Hasbro's Allosaurus, which they had spines from that 2011 set, and the Roarvor one, no, not the Roarvor, the Bashers and Biters, that's what it was called. Allosaurus that also had spines, but not to the degree as the older ones. Now, if I had to do comparison, this is probably one of the third best Allosaurus toy, right behind the Kenner one, and of course right behind, or in front, I don't know, behind the 2011 one. But yeah, this is a really good looking Allosaurus. It tops down all the ones that have been made from Hasbro, except the other ones. But if anything, this guy is really good. You know what? I'm just gonna say, this is my second favorite Allosaurus from the Jurassic series. because this guy would top the Kenner one. But yeah, let's get out of the way and just notice all the new stuff. So it comes in this nice beige coloration along with these blues. There's a dark blue and there's a light blue highlight. Another feature is that this guy has no electronics. On the other side, there are no ports, no screw holes, nothing to show that it has electronics. So there's that. Instead, it's a dual attack line, and like the dual attacks, they have two action features. You have one for the jaw. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, mine was working, but like I said, the sun probably melted the plastic inside a little, so yeah. See, look, there's the jaw action, which is the first button, and the button in the back is the slashing action. Now, when you do it like, have both arms in the same position, it looks like it's just cheering for you. However, if you change one arm forward and another one back, oh, it doesn't do very well. But you get the idea. It's supposed to be slashing at you, but it doesn't really work that well. It looks kind of goofy. But yeah, and instead of a detachable tail, the tail is actually a swivel, which is kind of weird. The concave veneer doesn't have that because it comes like that. But it makes sense. This is a Roar figure, and this Allosaurus would have a weird looking swinging action. I like how the new tail looks in a nice curved position. It is better than the last one where it looked like it was broken. But either way, this guy does have a hard time standing. So yeah, articulations are the same as the Allosaurus. You know, the arms bend forward, bend back, go sideways. The legs go back and forth, they go inwards and out. It's basically the same as the Ouroboros Allosaurus altogether. It's just retooled to look like this new Battle of Big Rock set. So, yeah. I love the coloration. I love the new added details. That head sculpt is just much better. But overall, it's still the Allosaurus we had. So, let's get right to comparisons. Our first comparison is, of course, the old Roar Allosaurus. And as you can see, there is a much different looks to them. The older Roar Allosaurus has this weird looking box shaped head sculpt, while this new one actually looks more like an Allosaurus. Along with the fact that this guy has more great looking teeth, while this one has very blunt, obvious broken teeth. Along the fact that they does not have the spines, but the tail is different. The old Rover one is actually much longer, while this new one is curved. However, it doesn't look broken like the old one. So there's that. And of course, since this Allosaurus is part of a big playset known as the Battle of Big Rock set, the Allosaurus compared to the Nasutoceratops, the new original sculpted figure, compared to these two together, the Nasutoceratops is a much better looking figure. However, this retooled Allosaurus just really stands out to me the most. I really love the Nasutoceratops, but this Allosaurus does look really cool. And since they're both play feature wise, these guys are completely compatible due to whatever this Battle of Big Rock is. So you can have them fighting, as you can see right here. So these guys are play compatible as the other Mattel lines, and there you go. I'd also like to give a look at the collector's card. As you can see, this Allosaurus comes with a collector's card and is the new version of Allosaurus. So there was no previous one, but it has 7 strengths, 7 speed, 3 intelligent, not very smart, but 8 damage and does 25%. So I don't know how much it compares with the Nasutoceratops, but it does do an understandable job. It's not the brightest, but it is pretty powerful in the field. Overall, this figure is a very great figure. It has nice sculpts, it has a nice retool and repackage style. It's overall a much better version than the Allosaurus we had previous year. So I would give this score a 5 out of 5. Whatever score I have for the Allosaurus last year, this Allosaurus just beats it right off the park. Unless I give it 5 out of 5, but I don't know. Yeah, so this guide can be available through Walmart and other stores, like around $15. But if you're lucky enough, you might find both of them at the same stores. Currently, I only see one of each in each store. So it's pretty much debated, depending on how you get it. So, hope you guys liked this review. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.